I want to be a schwa because it's never stressed. Welcome to Barton Level 4, Lesson 6. It's all about the schwa today. So the schwa is lazy, unaccented vowel. Okay, that's basically what it is. We do not pronounce a schwa clearly. We are lazy, and so it just kind of gets lost in the mix. So it makes spelling really difficult. So the two rules that we learned today are, one is called the Texas Blossom Rule. It tells us that closed A's and O's that are not accented go to schwa. Schwa sound is usually just like okay? That's why we say text us and blossom instead of text as and blossom. And cancel pencil tells us that any vowel um, that is touching an L, it's hugging an L at the end. It's not accent, that's going to go to schwa. That's why we don't say cancel and pencil. We say cancel and pencil. So that's the quick version of this. Let's take a look at a couple resources that we have for your student. So one of the first resources that we have is in the personalized notebook. There is a Schwa page on or about page 67. This is kind of a notebook that changes every now and then as we find good resources or resources that we need to make better or put additions or subtractions to. So on or about page 67. The schwa is that thing that you see in the dictionary that looks like an upside down lowercase e. It sounds like sometimes it sounds like I. Just kind of depends on how lazy we're being and maybe what your dialect is in the different parts of the United States. So it's an unaccented vowel. So what I might write for a note is I see a closed A. What it looks like the word Texas. Why is it going to schwa? Because it's unaccented. We will start to collect different reasons that words go to schwa. This is just kind of the first one. So we learned a closed A, we learned a closed O like blossom, and we learned that a vowel next to an L will also go to schwa. So this is in the personalized Barton notebook. If you're a member of the 20% club, this comes with your tutoring. And if you're not, this can be purchased at my TPT store. All right, let's get into the practice work today. Not games and resources. We are on student pages. Here we go. Okay, we're starting on extra practice number 3 like usual. Numbers 1 and 2 are in the book. Okay, so create a real word by putting a vowel, by putting the correct vowel on the blank line. That vowel will make the schwa sound. Now, here at the 20% Club, we follow rules and we teach with fidelity, and that's why we are using our handy dandy spell checkers. These spell checkers can be purchased from a place called Spelling Success. This aligns with the Barton program, which is what we teach with fidelity here. And your student should have one of those. If your student does not have one of those, please reach out to me. Please purchase one from Spelling Success. You can rent one from me. You can purchase one. Now, do I think that in the real world that your student is not going to use Siri? Of course I do. They're going to ask Alexa. They're going to ask Google. They're going to do whatever they need to do. That's actually fine with me. We're working kind of like long division where we're showing our work, and that's why we use kind of this antiquated, you might say antiquated version of checking your spelling. I like this because it shows me that the student knows that they are hearing a schwa and they don't know how to spell it, so they're double checking their work. That's essential for students being able to map these words in their brain and being able to recognize things like wisdom has an O, okay, even though it sounds like a U. Final, A. Yodel, yodel-a-hee-hoo. Fossil, Bristol, canvas, dragon, salad, method, Dallas, lentil, and scallop. Those are all our schwas on that page. All right, moving on. Let's find some rhyming words. We've got melon and felon. We've got camel and ravel. Is that right? Camel and, yeah, must be. Oh, no, my bad. Seems weird. Camel and mammal. Travel and ravel. There we go. Glutton and button. Wagon and dragon. Bridle and title. And Mason and Jason. And then our last one, underline each word, or read each word, underline the vowel that makes the schwa sound. So we've got bridle, custom, hazel, mammoth, spiral, ballot, panel, fossil, hammock. I will say in Minnesota, that's where we're from, we do say hammock sometimes. So that might be a little bit of a dialect thing. I know some places say hammock, but that's not as strong of a schwa for us. Cotton, gospel, infant, metal, and Midas. All right, so that is the first part. Let's take a look at your fluency building. Same thing as always. We're going to ... divide if we do not know these words. Let's take a look at some that you might not know. Mutton, probably not a word that they know, maybe. This is a closed syllable here, and this is going to be schwa then over here, mutton. Another word they might not know. Let's see, damsel maybe. So ... divide. We've got short vowel, and we've got schwa because it's next to the L. Damsel instead of damsel. Cell. We wouldn't say that. Atom. Atom. I really hear this as a short vowel, even though that's not. Atom. Okay, I guess I can hear it over there. Atom. Okay, so here's your schwa. Again, syllable division isn't perfect. There are definitely words that are they're just going to be rule breakers. Okay, we've got spigot right here. That's one where I say more of an I sound. Spigot. Closed vowel and your schwa right here. Make sure your students know these words. Obviously, vocabulary is just as important as reading accurately, but we are reading accurately. We are not guessing at these words. If your student is guessing, they need to stop and they need to start dividing. So stop guessing, start dividing. Mammoth, here is your schwa, here is your short vowel, and you can continue with those. So that's it. I want to be a schwa. It's never stressed. Have a great day.